Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Horn of the Abyss, the Forged in Fire campaign. We're doing well. We're actually clearing out several of the enemy towns on this map, and really the only threat is the fact that, you know, Zog's over here with lots of stuff, but he's not even moving. Like, this town is probably slowly getting more and more fortified, but Zog himself is just sitting there. So, you know, we're doing well. We're going to have Frederick hop into the boat. We're going to have Sam just sit here and grab some... well, nothing really, but I suppose you could hop here and back again. Might as well. It's money. But yeah, Burton is slowly building up replacement troops. Frederick will be our factory army, and Henrietta will be our stronghold army. Excellent. So let's have Frederick head out. It's going to be a little bit annoying with these ogres on us though, because they're quite slow. It'd be nice to offload them, and we may do that in the near future. Unfortunately, it's not an ideal time for it, but what can you do? Well, we're back in time for the increased automaton production, which is nice. So let's open up this quest card. Seeing gold and gems, pirates are willing to make their ship and themselves available. 20 crystals, 10 gems, and 4,000 gold will be enough. Do you agree? Yes. Let's enter the boat. Grab the pirates, into the boat we go. If Henrietta was sitting here, actually, we could actually just grab the army then. We shall think about it, but for now we'll grab the halflings, bolt back. It's not really a good moment for it. Maybe. Suppose we can give it a go. Just to speed Frederick up, because these ogres aren't going to be any good for him, so... we'll see. And turn. It's week of the mongoose. Quack. There's a nice sea barrel. Actually, I think this will work out. Basically about as good as it could. So, that's nice. We'll hire the additional troops in all of the locations, Kerber specifically, and of course, Hardgrim. Excellent. Building up a nice little secondary army will be useful, because splitting our troops, I'm actually very happy I did it, that I was splitting up my army in half to let Frederick and Henrietta conquer the map. But now the remaining guards are strong enough that that's not really doable, so we'll grab the crystal, stand here. Can we trade? Thank you. So we'll offload the halflings, we'll take the ogres. Guess you can keep the pirates for now. I think that's that. Yeah. We could do something like this. Seems reasonable. Okay. Henrietta, so Frederick can continue his little voyage into the ocean. We can actually now clear things like these sharpshooters. That's excellent. As long as we have enough movement speed to not be outsped by them immediately, which the automatons give us. So we can actually think about those angel feather arrows and the bowstring of the unicorn's mane here. So we can actually get Henrietta to like have these really powerful ogres, orcs. Lots of possibilities. Even just if Frederick... well, Frederick doesn't have archery, so really this should be going to Henrietta at some point, but we'll see. I'm not 100% decided on who takes the final fights, but, you know, being able to throw lightning bolts is pretty useful, let's be honest. Alright, what do we got up here? So we have a throng of sea dogs and a mercenary camp. We want everyone to be touching this mercenary camp, so... there's also the Ring of Conjuring, which I believe will transfer with us into the next scenario. So we do want that as well, even if the Ring of the Magi basically sucks, but, you know... actually, let's hit up the watering place. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. Well, let's attack these sea dogs, because now that we have mass forgetfulness, this will be a doddle. Oh no, you've forgotten everything. They are pretty nimble as far as units go, so they could morale onto our range stack, but that won't happen. Behold. So we're going to start getting everyone to position. The pirates are not that great, but we might as well just get them into a nicer position there. So let's just start with knocking these guys out. Mass Forgetfulness is so good. I know I'm hyping it up, but it's, you know, it's very useful. Unfortunately, we're not going to get a nice attack in with the automatons just yet, but we can get them in position for that. This turn's going to be mass haste. Oh, their morale. Still going to be a mass haste. Want to get in there and start killing some pirates. So I'd rather not expose the engineers to unnecessary danger. But where it may be necessary. They're of course going to be doing a lot of damage, but yeah. Because these sea dogs have no enemy retaliation, they actually are fairly decent melee combatants. But they may just be interested enough in doing this. Oh, bad luck descending upon the sea dogs. At least they only got one kill. Gives the engineers something to do. So the automatons are doing quite nicely. We can basically just let this happen. Because they've got no enemy retail, right? So it's like... we just walk up, repair these automatons, and then just finish off the sea dogs. He just remembered how to use their ranged attack as it was all over. That's a nice finish. We can grab the Ring of Conjuring and the mercenary camp, head back on the boat. And Henrietta will want to get on the boat herself, but again, no rush. We can also get the Angel Fifth Arrows for her. It would be nice if there's a bow of Elven Cherrywood around, but I haven't spotted one. Maybe you have, and you're telling me now, it's over there, but I haven't spotted it, so sorry. Let's grab the mercenary camp. There is the subterranean gate. So this doesn't lead to the castle, but it does lead underground with the behemoths. We could suss that place out. You find a small tree that closely resembles the great warlock Brimstone with a ring around one of its twigs. Scraps of clothing and rotting leather lead you to suspect that it is Brimstone transformed. Since you can't help him, you take the magic ring. Excellent. So here would let Henrietta use the boat, but here's also just closer to the teleporter anyway. So. Alright, let's grab the Wolf Riders. The goblins. And we can head to town, finally upgrade these ogres. They're so slow. Much better. Oh, 1 extra speed, oh yeah. I mean, it's something. So how is our little stronghold army going? Rather poorly, but it's something. We could send Henrietta over here to grab, like, effectively double the troops. It's a lot of ogres. It's a long ride, but we've sort of completed the little mini quest of getting the ogres off of Frederick, so we can sort of get back to what we were doing. Which is, you know, opening up all those quest guards, eh? Like these. Or border gates. Okay, enter. In we go, Frederick. Drop yourself out here on the wasteland. Nice. Henrietta moves out as well. Should she head via Burton? It's probably such a long detour, it's not worth the effort. You know, at least this is a relatively direct ride. Alright, quest guard. The Orb of the Firmament. That is a requirement. Well, that's not happening anytime soon. We don't have any idea where that is. So, yeah. I mean, I'm mildly curious about Counter-Strike, but I don't know how much of an effort I'm going to make into getting it. So, well, hopefully the fight against the Sharpies goes okay. I think that we outspeed them, just. But I will drop a save. No, we don't. In that case, this is not how we do this fight. I'm not literally throwing away all my range units just to get this thing. So, Yeah. We need even more speed, which we don't have on this terrain. On this terrain, we don't have it either, so that is a problem. Like, how do we beat the sharpshooters when we just can't? So. Well, rather, at least not cleanly. Because I imagine if I go in there with just automatons and stuff, they'll just shoot those. I guess we can test, but yeah, that's rough. Let's head to the east. We don't particularly actually need the Angel Feather arrows anyway. This garrison is certainly not something we're going to fight through. Easy clap. Just to get him out of the way, really. Alright. Oh, you're in a fence. You're a witch hut that takes fence. Fair enough. Well, we do get to do the Trailblazer and the stables at the start of the week, which is always a nice bonus. We can grab up 75 goblins here, and another 75 here, so we're starting to get to a swarm of goblins. We might be able to take on those griffins after all, eh? Alright. Throng of Centaur captains are in the way. Yeah, it's just these horde of sharpshooters. I don't have a great answer to them right now. Like, if these were sentinel automatons, I could do it, but they're not. Alright. Haste! Row! Poor armadillos. They do such a good job blocking. Nonetheless, though, another fight sorted. Clearing things out. Let's grab this greater Gnoll's flail. A clumsy Gnoll has killed himself with his own flail. Knowing your superior skill of this weapon, you confidently remove the spectacular flail from the fallen creature. This increases great attack skill by 4, making Frederick much more on par with Henrietta. You know, a useful addition. Frederick is getting closer to being able to take on Turges as well. You know, a useful thing to do, because we do need to defeat Turges. So let's grab the goblins from this barracks. We're just going to grab everything, really. This is actually a nice use for an overnight stop. Worked out nicely, but we're going to have a nice, like, swarm of goblins. So it's going to make taking on that Axis much more practical. So we might even try to see if we can go through the Thunderbirds. Because this army I don't super care about. The nice amount of goblins, we'll take them because it's enough of a meat shield that it's going to be meaningful against Turges here. So, and again, it just keeps boosting our goblin production in our various stronghold towns. Like so. You know, we've got, what, +5 from external dwellings now? So, you know, it's not insignificant. More units are continuing to build up for Sam. let's continue. We'll open up the border guard. Just attack Turges, I guess. We could hit that for one spell point, but I don't know if one spell point's going to make a colossal difference, frankly. Let's head back. At least Henrietta's got a nice amount of movement. You know, she's crossing a great distance. Like in... Basically can cross the map in 3 days, right? It's like, it's not bad. So... Yeah, we'll just have to think about how we're going to reinforce Sam's stuff over, because that's actually 34 automatons. That's a significant number. But at least we can deal with Turges. That in itself is a meaningful endeavour. And it is not... Apparently it is not possible. But we shall do better than that. Oh yes, much better. We shall begin... So there's a lot of ogres, that's the main issue. Haste will be the opening spell. Got to make our fortress position. Of course, because we have Golden Bow, we can just hit these things at maximum range now. It's excellent. I think the goblins are my first target. Oh, the heist on the ogres there. I was going to say, the goblins are much faster, but that problem has apparently resolved itself. Well, let's get in there, into the thick of it. Boom. Okay. I am sensing a problem. We may need those reinforcements after all. Let's bless. Repair. The unlucky strike on the ogres there is always nice, but we're losing a lot of engineers. The automatons just died again. Okay. They'll probably win the fight, but again, it's one of those, like, this isn't enough damage, really. And there's enough numbers of the enemy that dropping lightning bolts is actually fairly pointless. Like, it does something, but it's... Okay, and we're finding out. But this is just not enough. Okay. Well, Turges didn't look that tough, but I suppose the easy part to overlook is it is hordes of ogres. Now, fortunately, opening up the path doesn't appear to be a problem because she just moves backwards and forwards. And it looks like this is the back entrance, in quotes, to get into the town. So, if I'm right, Zog's position's actually blocking the town, if I'm sensing that correctly. But, okay. Well, now we know, so we'll just carry on. Can we do some of these other things, like the Dragon Wing Tabard, maybe? And I'm curious about what the Power Liches are guarding. But that's a tough fight. Very tough. Alright, well, let's carry on. Moving on out with Henrietta. Actually, that Necklace of Swiftness would do it, wouldn't it? To beat the sharpshooters? It would. An interesting notion. I'm just going to accept this for now, because I just want to see what the spell is. Destroy Undead. I'm not that excited. Well, let's not load that save. this save. Yeah. I'm not that excited. This is a more interesting battle. But I mustn't think that my automaton stack is actually good enough here, because it just sort of isn't. So, bless. Might be time to try and steal retaliations. Well, that's not good. Might be time to steal retaliations right now. This is seeming a little bit on the challenging side. Right, we can at least kill a stack. Well, just about. Haste, I think. So we'll have the engineers come over here. But the pirates shoot this stack. Goblins can hold position. Actually, the goblins can just finish off this. That works. Haste does do good work. It's got to be said. Let's repair up the engineers. Goblins actually being useful. Good work, goblins. I will take the Dragonwing Tabard. Ridding the countryside of a hideous dragon in a sport of eating noblemen's knights, you're honoured with a Dragonwing Tabard. This gives us 2 spell power and 2 knowledge. Excellent to make our lightning bolts just that little bit stronger. And okay. That Necklace of Swiftness does give me ideas in that it would allow me to outspeed those sharpshooters and then give them the mass forgetfulness treatment. So, I'd see if that's viable. It may be a case that we want to upgrade the troops first, but we'll just drop the good old save of saving. And just give it a go. Because I really don't care about these troops. You know what? We'll do it the other way around. We'll have Henrietta do the upgrades first, because it's just going to make it cleaner, and it's all about unit conservation. We can even hit this barracks up for another 60 goblins, and then we'll head around to the watering hole. That's actually not worth it, funny enough. Okay, what's next? So we don't care about Destroy Undead. The grave may contain something interesting. I don't think we're worried about Cornucopia. This is just the endgame area. We're sort of free to clear the map. It does appear that way, at least. So that's something. What do we want? What's important to us? I want Henrietta to grab the additional attack skill. I want both heroes to hit the star axis. I do want to clear this Garden of Revelation. And I do want to clear the Minotaur Kings. So let's have Frederick do the Minotaur Kings. That will allow him personally to do the Angel Feather Arrows. Although again, if Frederick's taking the fights, it doesn't matter. So it's probably more to the case of Frederick personally is more interested in, I suppose just, we want it to be able to more easily deal with the Thunderbirds. Look, it is just worth grabbing, so we'll grab it. And I think we have all the artifacts that are going to carry across. I'm looking forward to having wizards, well, that's for sure. But the Dragonwing Tabard's nice to make up for last turn, or losing the ribcage, rather. So... like, it's almost worth saying, oh, was it worth actually getting the upgrades, but... at least with Frederick being here, there's an opportunity to try and reinforce. If I could hold out a little bit longer, I could give even more units. Certainly this fight becomes a lot easier as time goes by, because it's just... it's not getting any stronger, but I'm getting stronger, right? Like, I can take all the time I need, because I've killed off the actual threats. So, everyone else is just stuck in here. So, maybe some of these quest cards open up and then one more person will be unleashed, but it looks like it's just, you know, this is it. So yeah, we'll see. The horizon is no longer as concerning as it once was, that's for sure. So let's hit the star axis. Let's upgrade all our units. So now we have a significant number of these goblins, and the ogre mage are in far greater numbers as well. So, you know, honestly, the wolf raiders are more pathetic, so we can do 1 stacks of those. Something like that should be able to handle the griffins. Especially now that Henrietta actually has some spell points, so she can cast haste on the hobgoblins. Makes them far stronger. Week of the Raven. I suppose we could grab 1 more week's worth of stuff on Henrietta. Might as well. Let's deal with the Minotaur Kings. It is their time to die horribly. Alright, Sam, out you come. It's time to reinforce. People like Frederick need reinforcing. Let's see how we go. Well, let's... I've recorded like 5 episodes in a row, so I'm being a little bit sloppy because I've been playing a while, but let's do the 1 stacks. Be diligent. Makes a difference. Actually, we'll cast Mass Haste now. Makes it much easier. Get our goblins into position. Excellent. Interesting. I observed that if I was to bless these engineers, they would be able to one-shot a stack. So we shall do that. Excellent. Well, morale had to hit us eventually. We have 3 alignments of stuff. Well, that's basically gone as well as it could. We lost some goblins, but they are the most disposable of our units, so that's fine. Visiting a local wise man, you explain the extent of your journey. He reaches into a sack and withdraws a strange necklace, which he hands to you. +1 speed, oh yeah. That is relevant to our endeavours. It frees up the rally flag as well. So, what else do we want to do in this general area? I mean, there's not a lot we need to do. We're just reinforcing, really. We could grab this for Sam. I think it makes sense. Not sure how many more times they're going to reinforce, but, you know, I think it makes sense. So you can grab those and run home. So, excellent. Let's carry on. Hit up the rally flag. Well, we already did the rally flag. So, Sam can go here. Alright, Frederick. You can hand over the goblins, the automatons. I think it's time you can just keep the gremlins. The goblins, rather. Or just stick to a nice factory army. 70 automatons is a far more notable force. This actually worked out rather well. We'll just do a haste. We don't need to do Forgetfulness. Mildly concerned that they'll just die, but we'll see. I could just fix them immediately, can't I? It's fine. So I just want to make sure I didn't actually lose automatons, but we could zoom over the battlefield for a quick little repair, and we're good. The enemy is defeated. Searching your room, you're amazed to find a piece of the Statue of Legion. You carefully dust it off before placing it in your pack. Alright. Well, Sam will pick that up and then run back to town next turn. Frederick's army is looking considerably stronger. Should actually be able to start thinking about taking on this Turges character now. Because, yeah, literally double the automatons, like more triple what the automatons he actually had previously. So our army's recovering from our earlier difficult fight. There was that difficult fight. But, you know, we're doing well. So, before cutting off the video, though, let's do that one fight against the Griffins, see if that's actually doable. Alright, you can have the Legs of Legion. Let's carry on with Frederick. You can head back to town. So Frederick can now go to the teleporter. You can go over here to the Royal Griffins. It's a swarm of Royal Griffins now, so it has increased in size. But it is now doable. Now again, I don't super care about these units, but let's at least look at the combat. We could drop a nice haste in there. Should have done that sooner. Could have then outweighted the Griffins. But that's okay. We could drop a second haste now. So let's just walk up and murder this stack. Boom! 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 Much more like it. So we are going to bleed out some hobgoblins. It's to be expected, but the fight is effectively won at this point. Nice. Well, we saved some goblins. Did our heroic duty. You've found several of the best astrologers of land gathered at a star axis. Happy to have some company. They teach you how to use the sun, moon, and stars to enhance your spellcasting ability. Excellent. This is one of the two things we needed Henrietta to do. Now she'll need to hop in the boat, of course, but basically the same teleporter problem. But yeah, we'll do what we can. Actually, maybe we can do something about it now. Yeah, we can hit up the... Oh, with just 24 movement points remaining. Oh, that's a watering place of glory. Well, thank you all for watching. When we come back next time, more Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Horn of the Abyss, the Forged in Fire campaign.